So, really didn't want to do this video. However, I think all this needs to be heard. It's going to be a long video, so buckle up. So there's a lot of drama going on TikTok right now, this close to the Renaissance Fair. And just want to kind of bring stuff to light. So, as you all know, I've told this in lives before with Heathen Veteran in there as well. 2017, I was actually falsely accused of rape. Okay. Then I had a false accusation of domestic violence against me as well. Both of those have been cleared up. Charges have been dropped. Cases have been dismissed. If anybody wants to see the paperwork on it, you can PM me and I'll send you my number and I'll show you the paperwork gladly. However, all of those accusations have been starting to get thrown around TikTok through messaging and things like that. And I guess I'm doing something right because people are trying to shut my business down. You know, they say when you're really successful, the haters start showing. Well, yeah, they're kind of show. So let's bring this to light a little bit, shall we? So let's start off with March 1st of this year. Okay, March 1st, I get a phone call from a certain individual. He's married to a wonderful lady. Okay, get a call from him. He's a combat veteran. Said he was homeless. I was like, holy crap. Okay. Known this guy for a while, talked to him on TikTok, stuff like that. I had pinched nerve in my leg. Could hardly use my right leg. I told him, I said, send me your location and I'll come get you. So I drove all the way to Nashville. Picked up him, all his gear, and his wife. My wife went upstairs, completely cleaned out one of the rooms, and we got him home, got him housed, and we got him all squared away. So obviously at the time he didn't have a job. So I told him about a bladesmith. Okay, we made a beautiful blade together for his wife, and then he threw together a raffle for a twin set. Okay, I helped him out as much as I could on that. I wanted him to do most of the work, and I set everything up for the raffle for him, and literally we got enough money for him to get a vehicle. So the day that he gets the vehicle, I told him, I said, hey, when you get the vehicle, go get air filter, cabin air filter, spark plugs, oil filter, the whole bit. He doesn't. Okay. Come to find out, that vehicle doesn't have an air filter in it, and it screwed up his transmission and his engine really bad. And the vehicle died. So my son, he got applications to the place that he works at for him, and this man refused to fill them out. Did not want to work there at all. Refused to do that. Kind of startled me a little bit, but I was like, all right, well, he's looking for the property management job. Okay. While he was here, obviously, he's stressed out, tensions. He's treating his wife like crap. Yelled at her. She came downstairs a couple of times crying, and just, I had to stay out of that. You know, that's between them. But I did do one thing one night for him. He was real ticked off, and I was like, come on, let's go for a walk real quick. We walked, we talked, we got back to the house. He felt better. Everything was good. So basically, why the gentleman didn't have a car, I drove him everywhere he needed to go whenever I was available. It was only like the last week and a half he was there that I couldn't do it. So he had to get like an Uber, or he was walking places. But yeah. And what I mean by walking places is that every morning he had to go for a walk and go to a gas station to get a Rockstar. And even then, I would still, if I woke up in time, I'd text him, find out where he was at, and I'd go pick him up and bring him back to the house. So then he finally gets a job application down in Florida, and he does another raffle to raise the money to get down to Florida and stuff. Now, this man used all my materials. I didn't. He only bought, I think, one piece of steel and some pin rods because I was running low on it. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, it didn't bother me at all. He used all my materials. He damn near ran me out of resin, which, if anybody's purchased resin, you know it's not It's a pretty hefty thing. So he finally gets down to Florida, has a property management job. Okay. He did a raffle for a Damascus Viking sax. Okay, with like marble wood handles on it or something. Okay, that sax I actually had to finish for him because it twisted. He quit on it, and I was like, no, man, that was my backup piece of Damascus too for anybody that wanted something. I had nothing left afterwards. I didn't care. Okay, and this will all make sense to you guys. Give me a second. All right, he raffled that off. He said it was over 200 layers of Damascus, and somebody called him a master bladesmith. He had been bladesmithing for 3 months. He had zero humility about it. Then he decides to raffle off one of the boot knives I made, and he did the handles on it. And I believe the gray-bearded heathen won that one. And he said it was his. And I kind of got under my skin. It's like, look, dude, just give me an inkling of credit. I don't care. But it just still got under my skin a little bit, you know. So I texted him and told him I was fucking done. He has zero humility. He basically, my family and I opened our house up to him, and he just did not, you know, nothing. Didn't give a shit. So right after he leaves for Florida, a certain female calls one of my buddies and asks me if I'm back on Adderall again. Okay, which, and everybody doesn't know, I've been Adderall free for 9 months now. Okay, I used to be on it because the VA had me on it. Started driving me nuts. I've gotten off of it. We've been great. That's why I gained like 30 pounds. Okay. But see, this guy quit the one Florida job, property management, to go work at another one. And then that same certain female, calls me up and asks me, oh my God, he quit his job. Why? And I'm like, I don't know. I'll call him and I'll ask him. So I did. He got pissed off at me and hung up the phone. And I was like, you know what? I'm fucking done. Okay, so that's when I sent him the text about the zero humility and stuff. Okay, so just to clarify that. Then all of a sudden, the day after, one of my brothers does a raffle on TikTok and doesn't meet the quota that he was wanting to. Okay, my criminal record gets splattered on like 3 different videos. All right, and I wake up to this yesterday morning, and I was like, what the hell? So we got those videos taken down, and yeah, just proceed with life. Now I get a message from somebody on TikTok saying that these 2 people, and their names are going to show up right here real briefly, are messaging people, recruiting them to go against Oculus 3 knives. By far, the most childish and stupid thing that you could ever imagine. I mean, I bent over backwards for this dude. And I showed him a trade, gave him everything he needed to. And he's going to do this to me. And I kind of saw this coming because 2 weeks before the Renton Fair, I knew somebody was going to do something. So for all you guys that have listened to this video so far, all right, I'm not asking you to take sides or nothing. This is TikTok. It's really no big deal. I'm a bladesmith. I'm as real can get. But yeah, everybody, I'm an open book. You can call and ask if you want. My phone's always open. And to the 2 people that are teaming up right now, you do understand that you got 2 snakes in the same box, right? Things kind of get bad when snakes get hungry. You know, they tend to attack each other. But everybody out there, blessed be everybody. Just keep being you. Y'all have a wonderful day. And I'm out here.